Good morning, students. So today I am going to deal with a topic from BSc TY Organic Chemistry, that is heterocyclic compounds. So as far as organic compounds they are concerned, we classify the organic compound into two main classes: open chain compound and closed chain compound. Open chain compounds, closed chain compounds. So this is a very primitive classification as we have been studying since 11th standard. Now you have studied so far so many open chain compounds such as alkane, alkene, alkynes, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, and etc. As far as closed chain compounds are concerned, so till now you have studied most of the carbocyclic compounds. Whatever cyclic compounds in organic chemistry you have studied, so they belong to the class carbocyclic compound. That means whatever the cyclic structures are there, so for example benzene C6H6. So that means each corner of this hexagon, it represents a carbon. So every corner of this hexagon is carbon. That means the basic skeleton of carbocyclic compound is made up of carbon. Now such type of the compounds, they are called as the carbocyclic compounds. They may be aromatic as that of benzene. They may be non-aromatic as that of cycloalkanes and cycloalkenes. So try to understand how we are reaching to heterocyclic compounds. Basically, organic compounds, they are of two types: open chain compounds, closed chain compounds. Closed chain compounds that we have studied so far now, so they are all of the type carbocyclic. Their ring skeletons, they are made up of carbon atom essentially. And here particularly we have studied benzene and benzene-like compound. We call it as a class of aromatics. Even we have studied some non-aromatic carbocyclic compounds such as cycloalkanes and cycloalkenes, cyclopropene, cyclobutene, cyclopentene, or cyclohexene, or cyclopentane, cyclohexane, and so on. So that means the ring structure is made up of only carbon. Now what we are going to study, it's a class called as heterocyclic compounds. These closed chain compounds, they are made up of the ring system where one of the atom, at least one of the atom of the ring system, it is other than carbon. So it may be oxygen, it may be sulfur, or it may be nitrogen, and even selenium is also there. So such type of the cyclic compounds where instead of all the carbon atoms in the ring system, so one or other, 1, 2, 3, depends, the so many heteroatoms are there. So other than carbon, there is one heteroatom such as oxygen, sulfur, and nitrogen. So such type of the cyclic compounds, they are called as heterocyclic compounds. So that means how they differ from the regular compounds that we have studied up till now. So there is at least one heteroatom such as oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, or selenium. So simplest example of this type is this compound. It is called furan. Okay. Then there is one more compound. It is thiophene. So pyrrole, nitrogen containing compound, it is pyrrole. The heteroatom is being nitrogen. In case of furan, the heteroatom is being oxygen. So instead of all the carbon atoms in the ring system, we have atom other than carbon, and these are heteroatoms such as oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. Okay, so this type of the cyclic compounds, they are called as the heterocyclic compounds. So these are very significant compounds in organic chemistry, because if we compare the chemical compounds made up of the various atoms in the periodic table, so we know that carbon is having highest number of compounds formed as compared to any other element. Likewise, in organic chemistry, so when we compare the classes of various compounds, these heterocyclic compounds form a very large class. So they are very abundantly synthesized as well as they are naturally occurring. So if you see the significance of these heterocyclic compounds, the first significance is they are very commonly occurred in nature. For example, hemoglobin, myoglobin, DNA, RNA, even various vitamins. So there are heterocyclic compounds. So these naturally occurring compounds, natural products, so they are derivatives of these heterocyclic compounds. So the heterocyclic compounds are very essential component of these naturally occurring compounds. For example, hemoglobin. So we know that hemoglobin is a pigment. It is present in blood and it is very important one. And as you know, in inorganic chemistry, it's a complex molecule, coordination complex molecule. So iron is complexed with ligand, and these ligands are heterocyclic compounds in case of hemoglobin. So such a naturally occurring coordination complex is hemoglobin, where heterocyclic compounds, they are acting as ligand which are chelating the iron molecule, iron to form hemoglobin molecule. So this is what the significance of heterocyclic compound in natural product chemistry. So there are number of natural products where there is essential presence of heterocyclic. Second, synthetic drug. A wide range of synthetic drugs. So it may be anti-diabetic, antibiotics, then drugs acting on central nervous system, CNS depressant. So all these drugs, they are most of the times made up of heterocyclic compounds. So that means these compounds, so they have a very significant biological activity. These heterocyclic compounds, so the most important feature of heterocyclic compound is they have significant biological activity. A wide range of drugs, that is the medicinal compounds, so they are heterocyclic in nature, and we can synthesize a large number of such synthetic drugs by using with the simple heterocyclic compound. This is what the importance of heterocyclic compounds in chemistry as well as in medicinal chemistry. Okay, this is the simple introduction of this topic. So how they differ from carbocyclic compounds. There is essential presence of heteroatoms such as oxygen, sulfur and nitrogen, and such ring system where the skeleton is made up of one of the heteroatoms such as nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur. They are called as heterocyclic compounds, and they have significance in naturally occurring compounds such as hemoglobin, myoglobin, DNA, RNA, vitamins, and most of the synthetic drugs. You can say the more than 90% of the drugs, so they are having heterocyclic component in its structural composition. So this is what the introduction of this topic. So let us move to the classification of heterocyclic compounds. Classification. of heterocyclic compounds. So there may be 5-membered ring with one heteroatom. With one heteroatom. So simple compounds such as furans. This is thiophene and pyrrole. So these are the common molecules that we are going to study. So these are 5-membered ring with one heteroatom. There may be 6-membered ring also. These are also very common with one heteroatom. The simplest and most common example, and that we are going to study in detail, that is pyridine. Okay, so this is what a 6-membered ring with one heteroatom. Nitrogen is the heteroatom, and this is 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of the member it is nitrogen. That is out of 6-membered ring. So 5 it is comprised of carbon and 1 is the heteroatom, that is nitrogen. This is pyridine, a 6-membered ring with one heteroatom. Then apart from this, we can have the molecules with more than one heteroatom in the same molecule. Third category, it is the 5-membered ring with 2 heteroatoms. So this is a sulfur and one more heteroatom if we introduce in this ring. So this is the 5-membered ring cycle with heteroatom. So this is thiazole. Okay. Even pyrrole, if we introduce one more nitrogen, we get a compound called pyrazole, which is a 5-membered ring system. Okay, so such type of the heteroatoms we can have same molecule containing more than 2 atoms. Even we can have 3 atoms, but we are not going to study in detail such type of the molecules. So just we'll have idea what classes of the heterocyclic compounds they are possible. Then one more important class, fourth class, it is 6-membered ring with 2 heteroatoms. So this is a very known compound in biological system. So it's a pyrimidine. So this is having 6-membered ring system with 2 heteroatoms. Okay. Then we have one more class, fused ring with 1 heteroatom. So this is a fused ring system. One of the ring system is 6-membered, and the other it is conjugated with this 5-membered ring system, and the heteroatom is being nitrogen, and this is a molecule which is very popularly known as indole. Okay, so this is an indole which is of the type fused ring with 1 heteroatom. that we can have more than two ring system. So this is a very popular drug molecule where we have three ring system and we have two heteroatoms. So this is a polycyclic. What type of class it is? Polycyclic ring system with two heteroatoms. So this is a phenothiazine. An antipsychotic drug molecule. So this phenothiazine molecule is polycyclic ring system with two heteroatoms. So such type of the classes, even more than these classes are there, but this much number of the classification classes, they are sufficient for BSc third year level. So these are the classes of various heterocyclic compounds, they are possible. Okay? So in the next lecture, we'll see how the aromatic compounds, they show aromaticity by extending the concept of Huckel's rule that we have extended to carbocyclic organic compounds. The same phenomena we'll study as far as these heterocyclic compounds they are concerned. Okay, with this we'll stop for this lecture and we'll see in the next lecture with further part. Thank you.